Hello legends, twice in one night, how lucky you are. Right, let's go for another live stream. I'm going to keep this quick so we can all get off these screens and go and do something less dopamine addicting, controlling, less. So have a look at this, right? Incidentally, today's thumbnail, folks, you might have sussed it. It's not from Disclosure Day because the film hasn't been released yet, only the trailer. This is from Leave the World Behind, that film that came out recently, that movie. Quite a good movie, actually, but I didn't realise a lot of the symbolism at the time. Have a look at this picture. It's a haunting image of something having control or intimidation over a child. In this case, it's what we call a stag, but what our American friends call a buck. Have a think now. Uncle Buck was a film, wasn't it? Have a look at what the child's wearing. You really wouldn't notice this, would you? Look, the red and the white. What the hell am I going on about, you're asking? Well, all will be revealed. But here's another one I grabbed from you. Same film. See, you got the youngster in the foreground. You got the slightly older person in a what could be read as an intimidating setup. But if you look over to the beach ball, you got the red and the yellow. Before you just switch off and think I'm mental, yes, I am mental, but bear with me, all will be revealed. And then I just came across this. This is The Ring. I think it's The Ring 2. And again, look what we've got. We've got the intimidating buck figure, stag, and we got the young boy. To top that off, we've got child trauma. Let's just get into it, shall we? Hello friends, I hope this finds you firing. If it doesn't, stay tuned. I will cheer you up despite the graphic content or the rather not so nice content that we're going to look at tonight. But just remember, you're born a legend, you will die a legend. And I know you're a legend in between. So just make sure you are. Remember, we all have bad days. It's just a test. You'll get over it and there's better days out there for you. And we'll go to them together. So, what is this all about? In no particular order, folks, I was prompted by this film. It's called All Will Be Disclosed, and the film is called Disclosure Day. It's by a certain director, Steven Spielberg. When I heard that, immediately, I'm thinking Isaac Cappy, Tom Hanks, and my kind of radar's gone up because I believe there's something else going on here, and I'm certainly not alone, am I? And the film's Disclosure Day, it's somehow related to the alien agenda, let's say. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know. But even in this film alone, I didn't know that if you place a child upside down in a frame or a young person, it's signifying, if I was to say, friends, a certain form of abuse. I don't need to say anymore, do I? Not very nice stuff. And the single eye symbolism, I know that we see that a lot with the cult of Saturn, or the black cube cult as it's called, the one that the celebrities are all a part of, doing their one-eyed bit so they get their next record deal. But we've got that symbolism, and to top it off, what else have we got there? We've got the black cube of Saturn, aka Satan. Doesn't mean anything to normal law-abiding, happy-go-lucky people, But to a certain bunch of psychos, that's what they worship, isn't it? The North Pole of Saturn. And if you look at the release date, 6 add 12 is 18. Add 26, what's that? 38, 44. What happens if you add 4 and 4 in the numerology that we're looking at? It makes the number 8. And there, my friends, you have the octocode. Something very few people, even the most conspiracy theorists, I don't mean to upset anyone with that term, but even the vast majority would never have heard of this. And so let me go through the photos, and I'm going to whip through them and explain them. Can I just say, like and subscribe, folks, if you will. You're not going to see anything like you see on this channel, I promise you, because I never do second best, not to anyone or any other platform. I'm taking you on the enlightenment journey. It's a good kick, believe me, because I wake up every day in the light, which in Buddhist tradition they call nirvana, which means the emptiness of mind, which means paradise. So if you can like and subscribe, that'd be awesome, and I will take you there too. Hello to everybody in the chat. So just a quick recap. So red and white is used as symbolism for this code, and obviously I think you've worked it out. The code is the film industry signifying to the people out there that have a predilection for, if I say pizza or hot dogs, now you're with me. If you're totally clueless what I'm going on about, then you definitely need to stick to the end of this video, because you've got a bit of catching up to do. The red symbolism, and the letter H, because it's the 8th. Remember, this is the octocode, so it symbolizes the 8th letter of the alphabet, so the number 8. And you got the white and the red that I showed in that first slide. This is another alien film. They're using the same symbolism. They're hinting here, what they're saying, folks, is when you're watching a film on the alien agenda, their alien agenda, and how can we say, violating people in the middle of the night, it's a different, you see what in Hollywood's eyes there, it's an allegory for what this lot get up to. There we have it again. You can see the red and the white, and the red and the white in the name. It's not just red and white, folks. Of course it's not. That would be utterly mental, because that would mean, you know, a road cone or something with that's not what it means. You look at the subtle artwork that's going on in this cover. It's an old man and a young boy. Then you layer on the symbolism. Now do you get it? Incidentally, the black hat, which lot do you think that represents? Who controls the education system? It's the cabal, isn't it? The black coat, the black cube coat, the coat of Saturn. That's why they, through their indoctrination, they get everybody to wear these silly black hats, not knowing that all they're doing is showing off that they've been mind controlled. I'm not saying you can't learn some good stuff at uni. I spent 5.5 years in uni, folks, before I saw the light, and then I wasn't very popular with my fellow students. They were like, Chris, could you just shut up about the brainwashing? I'm like, yeah, they're professing to teach you about, sociology and psychosocial behavior, and they won't even talk about 9/11. So anyway, moving on. So you can see the makeup now. You have a predator, a victim, and then you layer on this symbolism as your code. The red and the yellow again. Boys and dogs. The dog represents something. The red hoodie or the red coat, as seen in E.T., as seen in Schindler's List, as seen in Chucky. There's a reason these little boys all get to wear red. This symbol, Buck. We've got Buck there. This is from Boogie Nights. We've also got the Baphomet, which this individual's not is neglected to point out. Again, Buck symbolism. You got a traumatized youngster with the Buck symbolism. Here, can you see the inappropriateness if you look in the background? Yes, I know it's just an innocent fire hose. Well, it's not when you understand the octocode. This is all subtle indicators, as is the black eye. I don't know how much that relates to the Black Eye Club, but I would imagine it's probably intrinsically linked. The number 8, as always, and see, it's not just a number, folks. Look at the setup. You've got a senior with a minor, then on a bed with the number 8 on top. Chitty chitty bang bang we looked at, didn't we? Chit is slang for a small child. Bang is slang for you know what. And look at the colour. In this case, it's the yellow and the red. So it's yellow and red or white and red. There's the red jacket. And there's the H, the 8th letter of the alphabet. There's the symbol on this horrible film character that terrified us all as kids. And look at the colour of the lollipops he's holding, the yellow and the red. And look at the colour of the flowers on his hat. And also the top hat allegedly is symbolism. Hence you see it here with the one eye symbolism, with the red and white candy around the outside of the flyer here. And look, what is it again? It's not just that it's these symbols, it's that it's an adult with a... You getting it, right? There we go again. Dead Poet Society. I often wonder if Robin took himself out the game because he came to realise a lot of this stuff. Imagine if you woke up one day and realised your whole professional career you've been played, and you've been played for this agenda and the other, all the other atrocities that they conduct around the world. Quite madness. Folks, could we get a like and subscribe, folks? I promise you, when you've seen enough of this, and it's very hard to find this stuff, you'll understand this is not coincidence, folks, or this is not just your mind trying to, jump to conclusions. This is that bunch. You remember, was it Heather Rourke? Was that her name, the young girl in Poltergeist? She was on a film set. She fell ill. They took her to hospital, and it turned out she had massive internal hemorrhaging from sustained injuries. Moving on. There's the Disclosure Day logo. So it's the person suspended upside down. It's the one-eyed symbolism. And this, we believe, is the cardinal bird. So if you think cardinal sin. There is one real cardinal sin, isn't there? Next to murder. And we all know what it is. This symbolism there, you can see it encoded into a church. So this clearly goes back a while. There's the red and white octo sign on the pillar, and there's the van, red and white van, bringing the children in for their Friday the 13th massacre. Harry Potter, there's the octagon. There's the buck symbol again, so they clearly thought this, and the one-eyed symbolism. There was Isaac Cappy, remember, he warned of all this, and there he is being used and abused with the number 8 on his shirt. The number 8 on the senior, looking at a terrified junior, right? Back to the Future, there's your older guy with the young boy, and there's the actual symbolism as the FBI announced to the world not that long back. There's loads of this, folks. 88 mile an hour. There's your octo symbolism, your 8 again. Same in the playground. There's your octagon. There's your senior. There's your minor. All looking quite inappropriate. And it goes on, folks. Buck symbolism on the kid's jumper and the terror. This is trauma-based mind control. This is what I think links into the alien visitations. This is just my thoughts, folks, because I've discussed this with people that believe that they've been there and they've been abducted. One person who I must get back on the show, and they said, yeah, do you know what, Chris, you could have a point. I'm not trying to sell my thing. I know there's people there that think, no, there are UFOs, UAPs, NHI, is it non-human intelligence, etc. And I've never witnessed it, so I'm not going to comment on it, right? Color symbolism there, and the dog symbolism again. The dog in that case is the symbolizing the perpetrator, folks. There's Rami, the sign we looked at in the previous video. There's the sign the FBI came out with in the colors as well. I'll just skip this. This was Norman Rockwell, who Steven Spielberg is a big fan of. This just looks like an everyday photo, doesn't it? Until you look at the inappropriateness of it. With the 2 number 8s above here in the form of oil gasket, the red and white flag, and the way that the vice on the bench is pointing. Children in need. That was the film, wasn't it? Monsters, based on real life. Was it the Menendez brothers that murdered their parents? And they accused their father of the ultimate sin. Do you remember? Look at the wall above both of them. 2 octagons. Say no more. Black cube. Red and white symbolism. I don't know, folks. I could be reading way too much into it. But the red nose is also a symbol. Look at the inappropriateness of the baseball bat as the young lad comes into the changing room with all these big hairy ass blokes dressed in red and white with the number 8 on the guy's back. I don't need to say any more. Boy Scouts. Here we combine pizza, the red hat, the red bulbous dome, the octagon on the octagon on the clock, and the red and white on the, and so it goes on, folks. So it goes on. So now you're just getting a slight acquaint, and I thought we could have a look at a bit more. As I said, I came out with I looked at Leave the World Behind. Kenny and we did a decode on it back in the day, and we got all the kind of, occult symbolism out of it. We didn't know it went on this level as well. Here's some more examples. I've got to be a bit careful what I'm showing here, but I promise I'm not going to purposely show anything inappropriate. There's the red and white of the clown, an adult with a small, inappropriate, I know that this isn't inappropriate off the bat. I'm saying to the people that understand this code, that share this, actively buy into this code, this is meaning a different thing, hey? Here we have the same. This is Poltergeist. The clown with a red nose and the boy in the red pajamas and the red and white armor, the clown around his neck. There we have the symbolism on the side of the face, the concentric, or whatever you call that, ever decreasing. Looks like a spring, doesn't it? That was Saw 2. It, obvious one, the red and white and the nose. I know clowns generally have a white face, folks. Here there's a lot going on in there. You can see the number 8 behind the guy's head. They're saying here Pogo was Wayne Gacy's name. Reduces to 8 in numerology. Whole load more stuff from on set. The Truman Show, a lot of Masonic symbolism in it. But look at the colour of the show. That's the yellow and the red. Again, we got the yellow in the red when a young person is in his bedroom reading this book with the red. The guy's got the red top on. There's the young, I can't remember his name. He was called Truman, wasn't he? There's the young Truman having his nose painted red in the scene with the adult. There we got the dominant figure at the back. He was the controller, wasn't he, in this? He was Truman's controller, his handler. He's got the 8 on his jacket. His jacket's red and white. She was another controller. I think she actually felt for him, didn't she? And she tried to wake him up. I can't remember. No, that was his wife. Anyway, she got the red and the white. This one I'm not sure unless that's a red and white. I think, red and white shirt. So adult figure and child with red and white shirt. Child in a cage, really, with the red nose and the red and white. Could have picked any other colour, couldn't they? Right? Think about, if you saw that picture random, you think, bloody hell, I need to call the bloody police. Do you know what I mean? If you randomly came across these types of images, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. So let me just give you my beautiful face, because some of this, folks, it's just not appropriate. Again, here you have the youngster. So I'm not going to show you anything inappropriate, folks, but you can see the yellow dome, the red dome symbolism with the yellow shirt. Some of this I can't show you, folks. It's not that it's, you know, it's just, it's so suggestive. So here's a guy looking at a boy with a red jacket on, and there's your one eye symbolism. There is said boy. More one-eyed symbolism as he's looking. I don't think it's that good an idea. All right, let's just say the person he's looking at's got a red and yellow towel. And so it goes on. So there we are, folks. I mean, just when you thought you knew it all, and we knew it all, etc., etc., you realise it's not a very healthy place, is it, that Hollywood? It's not a very helpful place. Here you have red triangle symbolism. Red triangle is also a symbol. This is a bucket up here. You know, what do you call it? Like a big container. There's a youngster in it, we can say. Just trying to be a bit careful of what I'm saying here, folks, but I'll let you work that out. This is leaving Neverland. You can see the symbolism on the chap. The red and white shirt with the inappropriate symbolism that they use to communicate. And another symbol is the arms behind the head. When you get a youngster in an inappropriate situation, well, you know, what could potentially be inappropriate, and they're leaning back on the bed, I'll let you work that out. Here's Pete, who I'm sure was not privy to what they got him to wear in this photo shoot. And so it goes on. It's all your favourite films trash now, folks, unfortunately. But I won't watch the Hollywood stuff now. I mean, I'd only ever like get a copy for free anyway. If you get what I'm saying, I'd never pay money for this shit. Support. I don't like the films now. I just think they're all sick. They're all just trying to here's another one. This just goes under the radar, doesn't it? Look, Wet Willie's Wild Water Park. This was by a certain entertainment group, I believe, in California that were responsible for or got accused of an awful lot of stuff. And yeah, there we go. Let me just fast forward a bit more. So minority. So here's Minority Report. No, we're not accusing Tom Cruise of anything, folks. He's just the actor in this film. But you can see the octagons behind him in this scene. Now I think you get it. Again, the octagons. It's called the octocode. There's stuff here I can't even make out what they're getting at. There's stuff here, folks. It's not very nice. This is a scene from a film, a Steven Spielberg film. It's called 1941 to 1979, director Steven Spielberg. There's a lot of stuff I can't show you, but this guy here's got the hat on. This guy here he is in his plane. He's got the number 8 symbolism on his arm. And whilst he's sort of, I'll let you work that out for yourself. He's pulling out this child's toy that's in red and white and orange and, yellow and red. The controls of this plane, yellow and red. One eye symbolism. Number 8 in this scene here. This is exactly the kind of scenario, and so it goes on. Should we do Back to the Future? Folks, if you can like and subscribe. I don't always do I don't want to be doing stuff like this, but people have got to know this. So this is what's going on. If you don't understand this, it's going to hold you back on your enlightenment journey. You got to know when people are screwing with you and they're selling you dark energy. So if you can like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Back to the Future, there's the colour symbolism, the red and the orange. There were the clocks. All the clocks were set. The small hand was on the 8. Clock reduces to 8 in numerology. 1646. So 1 add 6 is 7. 7 add 4 is 11 in numerology. 11 add the 6 is 17. Add the 1 and 7 and you get the number 8. Just goes on. Look, the street sign is the number 8. I'm probably missing a whole load of stuff here. Ask Mr. Foster in 1888. Again, it's the adult and the youngster. I think we looked at that one before. Do you remember your 9/11 symbolism on Twin Pines? They reckon represented the Twin Towers, didn't they? And do you remember in this scene, in this van, was the or in the van that comes soon was the terrorists, wasn't it, that came to blow up the Twin Pine malls or some such thing. 116 reduces to 8 as well. 88 mile an hour. So it goes on. There you got the red shirt, the white shirt, the octagon on the wall. Adult over a child or a young person with the number 8 on stenciled on the pavement. The octagon, he's looking in the cot, looking at the baby, isn't he? Do you remember he says something like, hey kid, you're not going to believe something in 20 years time or whatever. And that octagon, as he's looking at the child in the pram, there's the octagon on the thing behind. So friends, listen, we've done this one enough now. I'm going to go over to locals now and just talk about some stuff that I can't talk about on the other platforms. There's the link there for my locals. If you want to come over and join us, we're a blossoming community of enlightened ones, folks. We support each other. We got a nice thing going on over there. We don't have the nasty, horrible comments that you get on the other platforms of people that believe they're awake, but really they're just as asleep as everybody else. So if you want to come for an enlightenment kick, let's go over to locals. If you can like and subscribe, folks, that'd be awesome. And don't go away just yet, because I got something for you. And that is an invite to the Arctic, isn't it? It's not this one. It is. Let me find. If you want to come up to the Arctic, folks, with me, first week of March, myself and my fellow Royal Marines Commandos will teach you how to ski and survive up there. We've got a great bunch of guys going up, folks. We're only taking 12 of you. We've got 2 places left. Once we taught you to ski and survive, based at this beautiful adventure centre where we saw the Northern Lights last time, sauna every night. Me and the boys, we're going to take you skiing from hut to hut across the pristine Arctic wilderness. So if you want to say to your friends that you've skied across the Arctic, this is your opportunity. First week of March, send me an email, folks, okay? Send me an email. And the second thing is, thank you to everybody that spared a $5 for my upcoming Mount Everest summit to shine a light for our struggling veterans. I won't say any more here, but if you want to help me raise the link between childhood trauma and the veterans that we're seeing commit suicide, I'm the only person talking about it. I'm worth supporting, folks. No one else, and make me aware if you can find anyone else talking about this. And if you can chip in a $5, folks, towards my cost, because it's going to be very expensive, I'd really appreciate it. There's a link below. Right, let's go over to locals. I'll see my locals paying supporters over there. Much love to you, everybody. Thank you. You can support me on any one of these platforms because I'm a one-man band. I am not getting paid by Israel. I can absolutely promise you. But you can support me for £1.99 a month on these platforms. But if you want the good stuff, get on the locals because that's we got a good thing going on there. Right. Massive love to everybody in the chat. You absolute stars. Thank you for keeping it all real. I'll see you folks on locals. Cheers, cheers. Much love.